Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be showing you how to do your brows. I always get compliments on my brows and I'm going to show you how to achieve those perfect arches every time. So if you're interested in seeing how I do them, just continue to watch. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more videos, and thank you so much for your support. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to make sure you get a good look at those brows and see the amount of work that you have to do for each. No two brows are the same. You know, they're sisters, they're not twins. Next, you're going to take a spoolie or a mascara wand. If you have an old mascara, you can take the wand out of that. And we're just going to go in and we're going to comb our brows. We're combing them up and then we're combing them to the side. So it's up and to the side. Right? Now the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to take a brown pencil. This we're going to be doing a natural looking brow, and so we'll go for a brown pencil. Light brown or dark brown depending on the shade that you prefer. I prefer to use this pencil. It's, as you can see, it's almost gone. It's an anchor pencil and it's sold here in Jamaica for like $50 or something like that. But it's very inexpensive and I've been using it for years and I don't regret it. It's an excellent pencil. So we're just gonna go in now. Let me zoom, let me come in closer. Now we're just gonna go under the brow. We're drawing a straight. We're drawing a clean, defined line under the brow. So this line will determine the shape of our brows, right? If you want a more precise application, you can raise your brows like this and you can do your brows from there. This actually stretches the skin and allows you to see exactly what you are doing. Now you are going to go about 1 centimeter away from the front of your brow, the beginning of your brow, and you are going to do the same thing that you did on the bottom. You're just going to draw a very defined, precise line. Now as you approach the tail, you want to be very careful and take your time to ensure that you get it down to that point. We're going back over our brows and we're just going to fill them in slightly, and we're perfecting that arch right there. Remember, we're filling them in 1 centimeter away from the beginning of our brow, so we're not touching this area, and you'll see why it's so. Alright, so now that we've defined our brows, we're going to take our spoolie and we're just going to raise our brows, and that line that we drew at the bottom, we're combing it up into the brow. We're combing it up into the brow, so we're basically coloring the small little strands with our pencil. We're covering them. We're going back to the top and we're doing the same thing that we just did. We're combing down and we're basically just covering the strands. Then we're going up and across, and in doing this up and across motion, we're coming closer towards the front and we're just covering those small strands with the crayon, with the pencil. We're covering those small strands with the pencil and we're defining the front of the brow, giving it a more natural look. So that is why we leave the space at the front, because we don't want it to be harsh. We're not doing box brows, we're actually doing natural looking brows. So that's how you achieve that. Now the next step is to clean up the brows. So next we're going to take our concealer and our angled brush concealer that I'll be using, and I always use, unless I'm using foundation, I always use the Eyebrow Pro Conceal. Alright, and it looks like this. I'm sure everybody knows what this looks like by now. And I'm gonna be using the shade Fawn. This is where you find the name of the shade. For those who don't know, I'm gonna be using the shade Fawn, and I'm going to put some concealer at the back of my hand, and we're gonna be using our angled brush. Now this angled brush is from Coastal Scents, so we're gonna do it like this. Let me demonstrate. So this. We're ensuring that the product gets into the brush. Alright, now what you want to do is pay close attention, slow down, and you come closer to your mirror and you raise your brows. We already defined our brows, we defined the shape of our brows, so all we're doing is cleaning up. Right, so we're gonna raise our brows and we're gonna hold the angled brush like this with the longer side toward our nose, shorter side toward the edge of our face. So we're gonna place it right under our brows here at the front, and we're going over slowly, and we're just following that line. Rest the brush on your face. This is in position of my hand. My little finger is my axis. So I place my little finger here and it positions my hand steadily, and I am able to go under my brow without any hassle. That's it. 2 plus 2 is still 4. It's very simple. It's very simple. You just have to have a steady hand, and if you don't have one naturally, you make one. Your little finger and allow it to be your axis. Don't move that little finger from there. Going under, and we're just now going to pull the concealer down. That's it. So now that you've successfully done the bottom, you're gonna successfully do the top, right? So we're doing the same thing back and forth. Take your time and do this. You got this. We're holding the brush the same way. Well, not necessarily, but the longer section is gonna be closer to the brow, right? And we're just resting it here on top, going in a sweeping motion right across. Now when you go over, you will notice that closer to the brow, the concealer, no concealer is there, and this is because we're wiping off the product. So all you have to do is go back into the concealer and collect some more, go back into that brow and follow the same pattern as before. And you want to pull the concealer up. This is how we blend our concealer into our foundation, you know. Put it up onto the face, so there's not this big harsh line over the brows. You have to blend, ladies. You have to remember to blend at all times. Blend, blend, blend. That's how I get my brows. So you do it. Well, there are different ways of getting a brow. What works for me, another person might do it differently, but this is how I do it. So you've done that, you just want to go back in the brow and ensure that everything is even. Front comes out to how far you want it. This area is also a concern for me when persons do it and they do this and end up with like the effect of a unibrow. Now what you want to do is align the brush here. Put the brush right here, and then nostril, and you just want to do this. And then you swipe it out. So it's placing the brush here, turning it like this, and then just following that line in your face, right on your nostril, and just go down. That way we cut off the front of the brow there. Also use a fluffy blending brush, a small fluffy blending brush. Blending. A small fluffy blending brush. One that is as dense as this one. And you just want to go underneath, and you just want to do a back and forth motion. This brush has absolutely no product on it, so if you start from the bottom and take your time and go closer to the brows, it won't mess them up because it won't have that much, it won't have any product on it to begin with, so it will only have a small amount of product that is around the brush, which is it's not a lot, so it won't damage our brows. And then you just want to lightly buff out the front of the brows like this, just to give them a more natural look. And there you have it. Now I'm gonna do my other brow off camera, and I'll come back and show you how they look.